Good morning, good morning. Oh, good afternoon. Hope all is well. Looks like audio is in. Okay, great. So, good afternoon. Hope all is well. Hope everything's going all right. Let's see. Hey, how's it going? Appreciate you tuning in and seeing what I have to say about the class. Once again, I'm going to record this and send it out to the whole class. So, majority has opted out in that regard. So, let's go ahead and get into it. So I believe you have been seeing my emails. That's why you know about this link right here. But when you go into Canvas, if by some chance you haven't seen an email from me for a while, or you just want to know if I've sent out anything, or maybe even misplaced emails, all emails that I send out to the class, get a better angle right here. Yeah, all emails that I send out to the class will be here in your Canvas announcements. All will always be archived here. So um, just showing you that. So any email I sent out to the class will be here. So the class, the first email was a greeting and course description. Then the optional meeting today. So the next one, which is the main one we need to get to, is WebAssign. WebAssign is how we will be doing all of our assignments, whether it be tests, final exam, homework, whatever the case may be. And so in here, just instructions on how to get to it. And you're going to have to register and then either purchase access, whether it be through TCC or Amazon or whatever, some outside source in which you will get an access code. You can purchase access through the website itself, or you can use a 14-day free pass, 10 to 14-day free pass. All right. So when you go into Canvas, it should be on your home. That WebAssign link will be right here, and we'll go to it in a second. But that's what we're talking about in our instructions on where to get to access to WebAssign. But when we go back to our emails, we'll go to WebAssign before we close out. WebAssign specifics. This is how we will be handling WebAssign, or how we'll be using WebAssign throughout the session. So of course you can't pass the class without access to WebAssign. So you don't have to purchase a hard. I can't even think of the word now. Anyway, the hard text, the hard copy of the text. You can't you can pass without that. You don't need that, but you do have to purchase access to the WebAssign. That's where, once again, that's where all our assignments will be generated. All of your grades, all of your due dates, everything will be in WebAssign. So I won't be transferring anything to Canvas. As far as that's concerned, all your assignments, grading, and due dates and everything you need will be in WebAssign. Did I post the syllabus? Let me check real quick. No, I need to post you guys syllabus. So yeah, so sorry about that. I'll post that before the day is out, and I'll email you guys once I do it. It just hit me that I hadn't done it yet. So also I'll be using WebAssign as far as your activity and your attendance. So make sure you at least get into WebAssign weekly. Notice I didn't say daily, I said weekly. So if by some chance you hadn't had a chance to get into WebAssign, I would say at least go into a homework, save it, and come out so that you have a timestamp on your attendance. So you want to get in there weekly so that, I know that you're out there just, making work happen and everything like that. So if you're having any issues with anything, whether it be WebAssign, attendance, or whatever the case may be, make sure you let me know so that I can just be aware. I don't need deep, intimate details, but just let me know that you're still making it happen. With WebAssign, the most attempts I could give you is 100 attempts. So hopefully, that's enough. But 100 attempts on your homework to get the best grade possible. And so with 100 attempts, we're looking at 75 or better to be the grade that you're shooting for. 75 to 84.9 is 90% in my grade book. 85 to 100 is 100%. So now, when it comes to that grading, once again, that's only for homework. So you see that right here on your homework. That's only for homework. And then also, that adjustment is not made until my final grading. When I do my final grading, that's when I applied that adjustment to your grade. Other than that, in WebAssign, you will just see the grade that you have. So yeah, that's something that I will do at the end. Test reviews, for every test, there is a test review that's set up just like a homework. They're not mandatory. You don't have to do them at all. So if you go into a homework, a test review, and you just take a look at it because you just want to see what kind of problems will be on the test, and then you come out of it, it will not be held against you. Let's say it's only a 20%, that will not be held against you. But if you score 85 or better on it, I will add 5 points to that respective test. All right. For any tests that are just in Math Lab or not proctored, You get 2 attempts to get best grade possible. And that's, like I said, that's only for the test without proctoring. And then any scratch work, you want to go ahead and email that scratch work to me. Okay. And the scratch work is just for tests. I don't need scratch work for your homework. Scratch work for your tests. You email that to me. So whether it is you did it on your tablet or scanned it from your notebook, whatever the case may be, make sure you take a picture with your phone. Send me that scratch work. All right. So before I go any further, any questions? Any questions? No, the tests are not timed. No. Now, when we do our final exam and our midterm, that will be timed. You get 2 hours for that, but not the test. Not the test that you do on your own. All right. Excuse me, I was trying to hit the mute before I sneeze. All right. All right. So that's how we will handle WebAssign. Once again, we'll click on that in a second. Next email is previously recorded lectures. These are just lectures that I've recorded from another class and talking about these topics that you guys will come across in your assignments. And they're pretty much in order as to when you will come across them, all the way up to antiderivatives. And then here's another set of videos that are real good. Khan Academy, they're also labeled by, you click on it, labeled by, topic, and they really good as well. Just more videos. If I can get this off my screen. But yeah, so just more videos teaching about the same things. So if you need more reinforcement or maybe you need more examples, you can always hit, you might just like Khan Academy talking about it better than I'm talking about it. Either way, you have that at your disposal as well. All right, let's see. When we get into WebAssign tells you which tests the sections are on. So now as far as the videos though, you have to go off the topic. So when you get to them, and let's say you're talking about antiderivatives, then that topic, we'll just go back to the video email. So these are pretty much in order in sections. I don't think they're out of order at all, but when you come across rates of change, then these are the titles right here. That's why I didn't want to put it in I didn't even get that. I didn't want to put the actual section up there because we switched books and the topics stay the same, but sometimes the sections can be a little off, so if I put 1.2 and it's 1.5 or something like that, I didn't want to throw it off with the numbers, but the topics don't change at all. So when you look at the section number, look at the actual title, and the titles will help you out more than the section numbers. Yeah. No problem. And then when you look at WebAssign, so let's go ahead and WebAssign. I think that's it for the announcement. Yes. So let's go home. So here you get into WebAssign after this link right here. All right. So here are all your assignments. Let's get all of them. And see, for all of them, we have the titles and everything. And so continuity, right? Evaluation of limits and analytically and all this stuff like that. So have all the titles there. So the first chapter, that's your first test. Second chapter, second test, and so on. So now your midterm is on chapters 1 through 3. And then your final exam is on chapters just 4 and 5. All right. And so I just try to break it up so that you don't have to worry about doing all 5 chapters in one test. So because we could have did just a final exam and have 1 through 5 on the final exam, but I was trying to, break it up for you guys. So when we look at that, I'm gonna actually shift this date, and I'll send you guys an email about it. And I was counting down. This is a 1, 2, yeah, 3, 4, 5. So I'm thinking that last week in June could be a midterm week, wherein I just give you a few days as options, like 3 or 4 days as options to tune in through Zoom, in which you would do your final exam. I'm gonna put that due date in there. Then I will send you guys an email out. But yeah, so that's how we'll do that. And then final exam week will be the final week of class. So I just hadn't had a chance to map that out yet, but that's what's going to happen. And then so that midterm once again will be on chapters 1 through 3, and then your final exam will be on chapters 4 and 5. And questions on that? And so basically, you need to go ahead and get in here. You just all you do is click on your assignment. Let's go in here. Nope, that's the wrong way. My view is different than you guys' view, so there you go. Well, at least my what I have access to. See, my stuff don't come up the way your stuff. See, I already have answers and all that stuff in here. But anyway, you click on the assignment, and then you get to it, and then they have little help tools and stuff like that. Let's see. Is the due date for everything 8/2 or this still okay? So what's going to happen is you're going to have 2 major due dates. The first one is going to be that midterm due date, and then the last one will be August 2nd. So your first half of content, chapters 1, 2, and 3, will be due during that midterm, that last day of the midterm week. And then chapters 4 and 5 will be due on 8/2. So we're looking at the last week in June. July 2nd. I'll probably just make it July 2nd for everything else. For the first half, the first half of data 1, 2, and 3. Make that's a Sunday, July 2nd. And then if anybody need an extension outside of July 2nd, all you gotta do is let me know. But yeah, so that first due date for chapters 1, 2, and 3 will be July 2nd. And then your final due date for chapters 4 and 5 will be August 2nd. Excuse me. All right. Matter of fact, since we're here talking about it, I guess I can just go ahead and do it. While I'm doing this, any other questions so far? So it will be to your benefit to at least take a look at the midterm review. You don't have to do it like I mentioned before, but you do want to make sure you at least take a look at it, because from there, you'll be able to see what type of problems would actually be on the test. And like I said, you can get your practice in by actually doing the problems and everything. Just go ahead and this real quick. All right, so it should be reflected now when we go to our assignments. So once again, chapters 1, 2, 3 will be due. That's a Sunday, July 2nd. And then chapters 4 and 5 will be due August 2nd. So I haven't sent office hours out yet. I'll try to do that before the day is out. Just give me office hours on when you can tune into the Zoom and just ask whatever questions you have. I always say that basically if you have questions, make sure you actually bring the questions to class and so or to the office hours. So what I mean by that, don't just come to class and say I have a problem with antiderivatives. Come to class, at least showing that you put some energy towards and say, okay, homework 3.1 number 5, I didn't know how to do that. So I can actually pull up that problem and then we can walk through that problem. A lot of times with math, a lot of times people don't understand that you can have a problem with a situation. I can pull a problem under that topic and still not address the issue that you have. So it would be to both of our benefits that if you come to office hours, you actually bring the problem. Like, so you don't have to write it down or anything like that as far as the whole problem. All you have to do is do 4.1, number 6. And then I will go on the website and pull it up. Now, my numbers won't be exactly the same. But what you can do, if you write down a problem or took a picture with your phone, something like that, tell me which numbers are different. If we have to go through that exact problem, then we can do that. But there's different ways I can help you. But the best way that we can go ahead and get to your problem, though, is to actually bring the problem to the office hour, and we make best use of both of our times. Like I said, versus just saying differentiation, I don't have a clue. Well, go into the homework where there's differentiation and pull some problems for me to discuss with you, and we can make sure that you're good moving forward. So that's all I ask for of you when you come to the office hours. Trying to think, is there anything else? Because a lot of stuff I normally discuss with in-person classes, you guys don't have that issue. You just have to make sure you pace yourself properly. Please don't wait till July 1st to get started on chapter 1 through 3's content. Same thing with August 2nd. But once again, if there's any type of extensions that I can give you, I will give you. I have no problem with that. Now you got to be careful with August 2nd, because that's the end of the semester. That's the last day in SIS. So I really don't have any extensions to give outside of that. After that, other than giving an I or something like that. So we don't want to mess with August 2nd, unless something really drastically happens. But that July 2nd, we can, give extensions and make sure you have enough time to get stuff work if stuff don't fall in line like we needed to. But don't forget, before that, we're taking a midterm and everything like that. So, just want to make sure you're pacing yourself properly, and you don't want to wait until all you have is a weekend to do this stuff. Some stuff is going to be easier than others. What you don't want to do is get a false sense of security and say, I'll just do it all in one weekend. Many have tried, many have failed. And please don't put yourself in a position in which you cannot walk away from your computer. You want to be able to take a break. You want to be able to, if you're frustrated, walk away, go get some air and come back to it. So it will be to your benefit to make sure you're doing this work as we progress throughout the summer. And that way, if questions arise, you can always come, hit me up, email me, or come to the office hours versus, messing around with deadlines that cannot be moved or something like that. All right. Questions, concerns, comments? Anything, anybody? Everybody good? Everybody straight? Trying to think, is there anything else? And today I just wanted to have an intro meeting just in case someone did have some questions, and anything that I emailed wasn't necessarily as clear as I would have liked. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. You got your videos. Oh, I didn't show you guys this. Also, here are slides, PowerPoint slides, for chapters 1 through 5. Sometimes slides help. So you don't feel like okay, it's gonna open up. I said I thought I had it download. But yeah, so here's slides that walk you through it as well. So, it just depends on if slides help. Most people like videos and everything. So but they're there for you if you need it as well. All right. Okay, so I think that is it. Like I said, I'm going to send you the syllabus. I just need to update it with my office hours. I'll send you guys my office hours as well. And yeah, you guys have everything you need. Questions, concerns, comments before I close out? Is everybody good? That's great. All right. Let's see. Okay. You have a good one. Just keep lines of communications open, guys. If you have any issues or concerns, I'm here to help wherever I can. You guys have a good one. I'll see you around. Take care.